Hey there, happy Monday. I am doing my Monday motivation video. It's a little bit later than normal, but I am still doing it. And I'm hoping that you are tuning in. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of finding your big why, because if you've been in the real estate industry or in a lot of other industries, particularly in entrepreneurship, there's a lot of talk, and there has been for many years, the last decade or so, about having to come up with what your big why is so that you can get up every single day and do the things that you need to do, motivate yourself, and get yourself to a place where you want to continue to move forward, even when the going gets tough. I mean, as an entrepreneur, of course, there are a lot of things you have to get yourself motivated to do. You don't have a boss, but you can easily work yourself out of a job if you don't stay consistent and do the things that you don't want to do. Just because you don't have a boss and you're not in corporate America doesn't mean that you don't have to show up to a schedule, that you don't have to time block, that you don't have to prioritize and do things every single day that you really don't enjoy doing. But a lot of entrepreneurs have a hard time getting themselves to do that. So one of the common things, and I've spoken about this before, is figuring out what your big why is. And I want to bring this back to a part two, because if any of you watched my Motivation Monday last week, I mentioned to you, I'm going to bring a little bit of a different conversation. And, as I have gone through a little bit of my own self-discovery and gotten into a closer relationship with God and starting to just understand a little bit more about that relationship, what I've realized is the reason we have to continue to talk about our big why so much, and also why it is literally such a difficult thing for most of my coaching clients to come up with. Like, we actually have to have workshops, and we have to ask people all these clarifying questions, because they come up with the things that make the most sense, like my family and being able to provide for them and having finances for a future. And those are all things that we strive for and that we feel responsible for and that we truly want to do as human beings, no matter what, I believe. And so sometimes people would come to me as an entrepreneur, and they would say, but that doesn't seem like it's big enough. I'm not sure if that's my big why. How come I can't figure out what that is? And what I would say to you is it might be because you're looking for the wrong things, and we're trying to answer questions that aren't really supposed to be answered in this way. And what I mean by that is, we have an infinite time on this earth, and we have roles that we play and people that come into our worlds, and we get to be parents, and we get to be children, and we get to be possibly leaders and entrepreneurs and community members, members of our church. And these are all great things that we get to be and all the things that we get to do. But I wanted to just, have you think a little bit deeper into your big why, because I think there is a reason it's difficult for us to come up with that answer. And it's possibly because we don't really have a big why if we aren't connected to what this next, phase looks like for us beyond this presence on earth. And we were put on the earth to experience this life, but really this life is the stepping stone to what is to come for eternity. And so if we're looking outside, or for material things, or even relationships that are not infinite on this earth, it might be difficult for us to come up with our big why. So I'd love you to, maybe consider something a little bit different. And it's really about just striving to be more God-like. We were, created like him, and we want to, even though we know that we are sinful people, we all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. In fact, we were born that way. We all know it, but that our day-to-day purpose is truly to be more like him and to embody that and live that way. And if we all collectively did that, we'd be in a better place as a whole. But I think as we strive for that, that really is, for a lot of us, doing good and being a better version of ourselves and living that way is all we need to really make us feel the way we need to feel to wake up every day and do the things we need to do to be successful while we have our time on earth. So just a different perspective, maybe to think about when you think about your big why. If you're struggling with it, maybe that's why. I know I always said that I kind of struggled with that question as well, until I realized that maybe I was thinking about it the wrong way. And now I wake up every day with a purpose and a mission that's quite different. And it does keep me motivated. And when I bring my hope to be a better human being, a better person, and to live more in and through my faith and become more aligned with my faith. I don't need anything more than that, because I believe I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing on this earth until my time comes that I'm no longer here, and I will be able to reap the rewards of that. So I hope this helps you all. I hope it makes you not stress so much about your big why if it's hard for you to figure it out, and to be able to just understand what your purpose day to day is. And when you bring that into your work and into your relationships and into your life, you don't need any more motivation. Trust me, there's so many opportunities and things that show up that make you happy and fulfilled and satisfied and joyful, that you don't need anything more. You're going to be getting up and doing the things that you need to do because you want to do them, because of all of the great things happening around you. Make it a great rest of your week, and I'll see you back here on Motivation Monday.